Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Guys, we have a huge reading. Huge reading right now. I asked what this conversation was going to be about, and what I heard is the awakening is happening now, and it's a Blu-ray update. So, there's a lot of developments, energetic developments. Um, I don't feel like there's anything to be scared of, but there's definitely a need to talk about some of the things that are happening. People are going kind of crazy about the eclipse. They are. They are. The whole subject matter of the eclipse has become something that's created so much division, and I can personally see very, very clearly exactly why this conversation was initiated to begin with. The conversation of the eclipse and all of this information being pushed out. Uh, I myself have made a couple of videos sharing some of the downloads that I've received. And it's just been a topic that has really just gone bonkers. Had a lot of people commenting on some of the videos. A lot of people are afraid, and that takes the attention, the rightful attention, away from where we actually need to focus on. Yesterday, I did a Blu-ray update, and that Blu-ray update was also very intense. It went in a way that was not expected, and I was finally able to talk about certain things that I normally wouldn't talk about. Do you guys remember how I had mentioned that when those who are here in a guardian capacity, those who are here in service to humanity, to the collective whole, when it's time for them to go online, to activate, um, and these are very specific types of souls. There's not a lot of them, okay? That it would cause tectonic shifting. We had an earthquake in Taiwan. Yep, exactly. We just had an earthquake in New York. These are things that, um, it's just one of those things. I don't know if it's because I don't really scare very easy. This type of subject matter is something that I'm so accustomed to that it's no big deal. It's part of the process. It is what it is. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm suddenly getting super hot. Hold on. Oh Lord. I don't know if you guys feel it. Suddenly there's tremendous amounts of heat. Ooh, ooh, Lord. Tremendous amounts of heat. Hmm. Hmm. All right. All right. Let's get started with pulling the cards. Okay. Okay. These are very, very telling cards right from the start. Right from the start. Wow. Okay. So the first card is the death card, right? Let's be careful here. Let's not automatically just jump to some conclusion that, oh my gosh, well, people are going to perish. No, no. The death card often represents the ending of a cycle, the ending of a period, the ending of a time. Okay. I believe that's what the message is. This is an indication that things are ending. The rule, the reign of what? If I'm allowed to share that in this live stream, I absolutely will. But the rule, those who have reigned over humanity for a prolonged period, their rule is coming to an end. It's coming to an end. And that is something that is necessary. That is something that has been prophesied before. It is something that cannot be stopped anymore. And it's something that we have to just allow and hold space for. This is going to happen through a filter of love. There's really nothing to be afraid of. Yes, change can be scary for quite a few people. The concept of the unknown, unknown factors, uncertainty, that can be very, very scary. It can be very challenging for those of us who have become accustomed to, things being exactly as they are. Change is coming. It's not a bad thing. Change is coming. It's necessary. In case you haven't noticed, life has been changing every year. The massive and gross overreach of power by those who are in power has increased every single year. We live through change day in and day out, and we've been conditioned to be very nonchalant, be very accepting and very comfortable with these negative changes, the eroding of our liberties, the eroding of our constitutional rights. And we're not tripping. We're not tripping. It's for the good of everyone. No, the fuck it's not. Okay. Okay. Michael says, hey. Okay, I'm sorry. um, yeah. Okay. That needs to be allowed to change in such a way that's beneficial for all of us rather than a select few. It's time for us to use our love for each other, and we need to return back to a space of loving each other as brothers and sisters in consciousness. We need to return back to that space, right? We need to get to a place where we can go ahead and transmute all of these attempts to pull us from a space of just omni love for each other. Agape, agape love. Omni love is a beautiful love. It's a fully present love. It's not the type of definition of love that we in modern societies, air quotes on that, we in modern societies are accustomed to. For most of us, our definition of love as members of modern societies is basically ownership of someone, enabling, allowing ugly behaviors to persist because we love them. I don't love in that way. I never have. That type of love is just impossible for me to participate in. Even as a child, I've never been able to love in that way. My love has always been something that's consistent in that when you do wrong, I will call you out on your wrong. When you do right, I will appreciate and value you even more. I will cherish you. I will be loyal even deeper than I already am. I think we need to begin really just being honest with ourselves about the types of circumstance we've allowed ourselves to be placed in, on a macro and a micro level, this personal level of um, enabling certain things that just really go against what you need, what will facilitate the continuation of your self healing and self love journey. Um, Remember, I said that this is not something where we're going to use force and coercion and dominance to achieve this change. No, and the cards are absolutely supporting that message. The warrior card in reverse, like there's no need. There's no need to fight. Okay. For those of you sensitive to energy, you might begin to feel pulsating. You might begin to feel the sensation of ice fire. Mm. I pick up on a very intense desire and effort to shut me up and shut me down. I'm very sensitive to energy. I have a degree of awareness that I haven't fully shared and fully explained the degree of my sensitivity. I won't shut up ever. You won't shut me down ever. I am one of the most persistent motherfuckers you're ever going to come across. When it comes to me fulfilling my soul's purpose, uh, really nothing is going to stop that. I mean, I even couldn't do it. I even couldn't do it. I couldn't stop it. And trust me, I wanted to. For quite some time, I wanted to, and it's just not going to happen. So, what's going to happen right now is either you're going to recognize I'm showing some grace in this moment, or you're going to continue to fuck around and you're going to find out. But regardless of what you decide, I'm going to continue to speak, and I'm going to speak powerfully. I will never shut up. I will never be taken offline. You know, one of my girlfriends, she made this joke. It's hilarious. I laughed. Years ago, many, many, many years ago, there was quite a bit of effort to try and shut my channel down, shut me down. I wasn't on YouTube yet. I was on Facebook. And yeah, you know, it was hilarious because I was in the middle of doing an auction to raise funds for other people. That was the funny thing, is that I was raising funds to support other people. I was donating all of these products that I had purchased with my own wages, and I was donating the funds. Yeah, and then my account got taken down in the middle of the auction. I wasn't tripping. You know why? Within a few minutes, I popped back up. People didn't know. At that time, I had quite a few different Facebook accounts that were just deactivated. They didn't know. They didn't know. And I no longer have access to those accounts. I haven't in years. I forgot all the passwords. But I popped right back up. And my girlfriend was like, "You're like the most adorable whack-a-mole." And I was like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, you just whacking at me. You can't take her out." And I was like, "Damn straight. You can't. You can't. Because I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue. And if I have to keep hopping around different platforms, I fucking will. I will. But one thing that will never happen is me shutting up or being permanently shut down. That's the one thing that will never fucking happen. So, just an FYI. I was born into this life with tremendous protection in place. Tremendous protection. If you think Mihai is the only one that defends me, you are very, very mistaken. I'm currently flanked from all corners, all sides by flaming swords. You're about to get fucked up. And while you're getting fucked up, I'm going to keep on with the reading like you never existed. That's part of my persistence. Your karmic load has nothing to do with me. So if you want to fuck around and find out, you absolutely are welcome to. There's a reason I carry no armor. There's a reason I carry no weapons. A soul like mine needs none of those. And although I've restrained all my guardians for my entire life, I'm now reaching a point where I need to function in a space of efficiency. I give them the green light. I'm letting them know they have my full consent to use the appropriate force necessary to properly neutralize in perpetuity. I'm not here to play games. And if you think my guardians are the only things that you're going to have to deal with, the title tells you exactly what's happening. The awakening is happening now. You didn't take into account one of my most prominent lives. Was the Empress of Shambhala. Do you understand? The Blu-rays are my army. It's time to know. I said it once before, many, many years ago. The Blu-rays, they are my army. And the more you try and keep me from doing what I'm supposed to do, for everyone that is like that, you do nothing but push another aspect forward. At some point, what will happen? An empress always has an emperor. You will force the hand, then that consciousness will come back. And that consciousness has no compassion. So keep fucking around and find out. But I won't stop. And I'll never shut up. There are those who are being awoken simply for the sake of observing. This period is being observed. It's being witnessed by all of creation. What's being witnessed is a coming out of the void. The energies, the consciousness, the potentialities, the civilizations, the peoples that have been kept separate from this planetary grid for far too long. Why have they been kept separate? As a show of compassion. When you push too far, eventually you reach the furthest point that will be allowed. And you think you've done something, but really you haven't. You haven't done what you think you did. Because as far as you've pushed, all you've done is load a charge. That charge is loaded, much like when you pull the bow back. You can only sustain that type of tension for so long before you have to let go. And as far as you've pulled that string back, that's the amount of charge that's been loaded and amplified. When I tell all of you, we have nothing to be afraid of. I'm not trying to soothe your feelings. I'm speaking factually. You literally have nothing to be afraid of. It is time for you to begin consciously choosing what you will allow your energy to be fueled by. Some type of false storyline that's designed to keep you completely separated from your sovereignty, your divinity, or completely reclaim your power. They don't want you to exist in a space of being your own sage, in a space of knowing just how powerful you are, a space where you can be content with your existence. They want you to feel very much out of place, displaced, distorted, disempowered, distracted. No, there are several more that are just like me. They haven't been introduced to the world yet. There are several more just like me. And as they go online, as their coding becomes active, you know what happens? The correction that's already been initiated becomes much more solidified. And those that are being corrected will wild out. It does not matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter at all. Because those few that I'm talking about are just as hyperfixated and persistent as I am. I don't know how many will allow themselves to be publicly witnessed. When I say a few more, I'm speaking single digits. I feel an awareness of their existence increasing. Do you know what that means? They're being brought back online. We've all been hidden from each other. Why? We've been compartmentalized. As they feel me surging more energy, they're becoming aware of my existence, just like I'm becoming aware of theirs. Single digits. That is more than enough to push this forward. More than enough to ensure the changes that are happening happen skewed in the favor of the collective whole. It's time to run interference. If you haven't already followed me on TikTok, I promise you it's worth it. Go find me on TikTok. I'm evolving. Follow me there because I'm going to be running a level of interference that's going to fuck shit up on that entire platform. Yes. Yes. The amount of information that I have, and I've just been keeping it to myself my entire life, keeping quiet. I'm just getting started with how much information I'm going to share. I'm just getting started. And the more information I share, the more their memories will return. Not because I'm telling them, but because they'll begin to realize, holy shit, that wasn't just a dream that I kept having as a kid. No, baby boo, that was your memory. You remember. You remember, but it wasn't safe yet to confirm for you the memories that were left intact. That was not a gift. You needed to have those memories in place in order for you to be able to fulfill whatever you are here for. Every memory that returns back to you is triggering a specific mission objective. Every single Blu-ray has more than one mission objective. You accomplish those mission objectives just by being yourself. You don't even have to try. All you have to do is be yourself and stop being ashamed of who you are and how you are. That's all you have to do. That takes zero effort. The only effort you need to place in being yourself is no longer quieting yourself down and shrinking yourself just to make those who are uncomfortable with the witnessing of your unfoldment and your power being returned back to you, making them comfortable. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them be uncomfortable. And so what if they're uncomfortable? You don't make profound changes by remaining in spaces that are comfortable. You don't. None of that happens when your goal is to remain comfortable and hidden away. Sacred sexuality. You're being tasked to create micro surges of energy. The more you begin to embrace yourself and explore who you are and these memories and all of these experiences and all of these theories that you have in your head about this and that causes you to surge more energy. It opens up your pathways. Excuse me. The Blu-rays who are tasked with elevated mission objectives that are not just beneficial for the personal journey, the personal awareness, the expansion of that personal awareness. When you're tasked to do things that will benefit the collective whole, you tend to have a very hard life, especially in the beginning. A very difficult, traumatic experience through childhood. So if you think there's no way that I could be special, I mean, I'm so fractured and damaged from childhood. Honey, you are not fractured. You are not damaged. Those were consistent cycles of trauma-induced accretion. That was to keep your pathways open. That was to keep you in a space where you could access your true power when it is time. And I tell you right now, it's time. The absence of you has been felt, and it is time for you to allow your presence to be recognized once again. For those of you who are not listening, you need to begin opening your ears. This message is for you. Most of the Blu-rays who have extremely elevated purpose, they really are the ones who right now are like, there's no way she could be talking about me. No, I'm pretty sure I'm talking about you. And the people who are like, yeah, I'm a fucking Blu-ray. I'm a Blu-ray. This is me. This is my message. It's for me. You probably are a Blu-ray, but I'm not sure if this message is for you. I'm not sure. I'm just being honest. I'm not sure. Okay. There's no alliance that's needing to be made. All the alliances that exist right now on this planetary grid have been alliances that have been forged in blood at the expense of innocent peoples. Do I need to say it again? All the alliances that exist on this planet today, right now, are alliances that have been forged in the blood of the innocent people. All of them. Keep that in mind when you begin to hear in the news about alliances coming together to help each other. And are they helping each other? Or are they doing a tactical maneuvering that was already pre-planned in a very covert manner? Are they simply protecting someone in the alliance? Highly doubt it. Everything is a tactical maneuvering, agreed upon behind closed doors. And then we who are left on the outside, not knowing what is agreed upon in private, we are fed an official narrative. Set your expectations in a proper way. Set your expectations in a proper way. I'm going to tell you guys some information, and you're going to need to do with this information whatever you feel you should do for your personal journey, for the people you love. I'm going to tell you something very powerful. Currently in the United States, as the law sits, those who are spiritual leaders, pastors, priests, things like that, they are exempt from a draft. They're exempt. They cannot be drafted. Did you know that? Do with that whatever you feel is necessary for you and your family. Spiritual leaders, clergy, they cannot be drafted. It's time for you to become very aware of how to move through situations that are designed to ensnare you. Do with that information whatever is best for you and your family. Set your expectations straight. If you think that there are those in positions of power currently that will uphold your sovereignty, no. Nope. Nope. So there is something being formed right now. And whatever this is that's being formed, it's for the benefit of the collective whole. It's the awakening of the Blu-rays. You see all this purpley blue energy, that's Blu-ray energy. If you see this rusty orangey yellow color, that's a mixing of sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra energies. That's what produces that type of coloring. And a little bit of root chakra. This is telling me that the Blu-rays are being activated in order to empower their familial lines. Blu-rays have loyalty to their blood family as well, not just their celestial family. One of the hallmarks of an activated Blu-ray is the degree of loyalty that they have for the people they care for. As one of the hallmarks of a Blu-ray, one that's active. Guess what? The activation is happening. The awakening is happening now. And as you come online and become aware, you go active. You become activated. Allow yourself to have whatever reaction you're having towards the information that I'm sharing. This is intense information. Very, very intense information. And to the people who are like, oh God, Emmy, why do you mess around so much? Why can't you focus? It's good enough for you? You satisfied? I told you guys, when I'm not joking around, I'm very intense. This is a very intense message. And it's a message that is long overdue For those who have wanted me like, Emmy, stop, don't listen to Michael. Tell us, tell us. I'm telling you right now, there's change coming and it's going to be massive change. Massive change. And the way that change is experienced by all of us, the collective whole globally, um, it really depends on how we're going to skew this in our favor. It really depends on that. That's what it's contingent on, not on what they do, on what we allow them to successfully do. It hasn't been decided yet. It needs to be decided soon, though, because if it's not decided soon, then we'll go into default mode, which means they will decide for us. And for those who are highly patriotic and you think like, yeah, the US is going to fuck shit up, we will experience a type of war we've never experienced as a country before. It will not be beyond our borders. We allow this to happen, it's going to happen in your backyard. It's going to happen in your backyard. And I say yours because fuck that. I'm not participating in none of this shit. I've been told since I was a child, if that is what is selected, I am to take off. I am to go into the wilderness where I am provided for. I have fucking wilderness skills. These are skills that have been cultivated since childhood. These are things that come second nature to me. Y'all better decide something. Y'all better get vocal in what you decide. You better get very, very staunch in your refusal to allow your children, your adult children, to be exploited. I'm saying, I am saying right now, learn the information you need to learn, utilize it. Utilize it to operate within the rules and regulations that have been set. If the extremely wealthy can do this and skew the laws in their favor while remaining within the parameters of those laws, why the fuck can we not? Yes, we can. Absolutely. Absolutely, we can. Absolutely. So, we're entering into a space where the unlimited self is being allowed to reconnect with you. For some, this has already begun. Okay, this is part of a Blu-ray activation on a whole nother level. For some of you, this will occur very organically. It's already been initiated for you. For others of you, you will need some assistance. For those that need assistance, I completely forgot. Here. I'm going to be live on Monday doing the solar eclipse Dragonfire Tea Party. There's a lot of activations there that are specifically designed to stack with this energy that's coming through. It's already the 5th, officially 3 days before the apex, which is the 8th. Do you know what that means? As of last night, I'm able to harvest that energy already. The gates are already opening. The gates have been secured. Whatever they think they're going to push through at that apex, it's going to be burned by the holiest fire ever. Mm-hmm. There is nothing to be scared of. If you're ready to accelerate whatever it is, whatever process that your soul has already initiated on your behalf. Go check it out. I put a legend on there so that people can see what, um, let me see what the legend says. All right. A fire sign is a popular expedite option, and a diamond emoji is a calibrated, it's calibrated specifically for this eclipse energy. And if you guys don't know why this eclipse energy is extremely potent, everything that's happening, it's not something that is necessarily going to be tangible in an in real life way. All of these people are like super scared. 3 days of darkness. Yeah, the day before, the apex day, and the day after. You're severed from your higher self. That's the darkness. The light's not going to go away. The light's not going to go away. All these people talking so much shit on TikTok. I swear to God. I'm just like, Michael goes, don't respond. Don't respond. I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, fine. That 3 days of darkness is about a darkened consciousness. You're experiencing what it's like to be completely removed from the connectivity to your own divinity. Life is going to continue. Just like every other event that people freak out about, it's going to continue. Remember how I think it was like in 2020, they're like Nasara Jasara Babara. I don't know what the Nasara thing is. It's some type of acronym for something. They're like, yeah, all our debt is going to be wiped out. They're fucking with you. They're fucking with you. They are fucking with you. And for those of you who have seen my TikTok videos, I even say this at the end of the videos, like, y'all don't have to be scared. This is just, it's just an event. It's no biggie. Everyone's going to be fine. Nobody's listening to the very end. Some of the few that listen to the very end, they're like, thank you for reminding us that everything's going to be fine. But you could always tell who's not actually listening because they're quick to be like, you're going to feel so stupid on the 9th. And some of you are probably like, well, why did you leave those videos up? The algorithm reach. I'm almost to 10,000. Very, very close. If I go live today, I'll hit 10,000. I need the 10,000 for what? Fuck the eclipse. I need the 10,000 so I can begin making creator series. I'm releasing a shit fucking ton of information. I want it to be organized. I want it to be readily accessible. That's the only reason I left those videos up. That's the only reason I posted those videos. When they say disclosure, it's not about aliens. It's about a return of our birthright. Mm. It says, reminder, time is short, so be quick. We are outlining what to do to get to the next part. Love it. Love it. So, let me see. Michael says to look at the numbers. He says, look at the numbers. Okay, what numbers? 5330. Changing the foundation. Changing the foundation in order to create opportunity for convergence. 3 is a new foundation, and it's going to be set on the origination point. 1 second. 9181. 23.2. 320, 91, 81, 23.2. My birthday. 919. God is bringing us back to a singularity. One flanked by nines is a singularity guarded by creation itself. It's going to be a rebirthing. I need to screenshot this. And then he says, look at the videos. 7369. Completion of the new foundation in order to receive what God is giving us. Ooh, TikTok's fucking crazy. 105K for me duetting someone. That's fucking nuts. Okay. So 10.5, the awareness and the partial awareness. 41.6. 5.6. Change in order to receive information regarding the Anunnaki. 4660. 7. There's a completion that's taking place. It's not quite ready yet regarding the dark star seeds, those who have already been implanted by 2M. 1694. 713. Completion, demon face syndrome will be primarily experienced by women, the goddesses in flesh. They'll be able to identify they are the matriarchs. 2800. Guiding to the reconvergence. Double zeros, both genders. Masculine and feminine are being brought back to center point. 29.8. Being guided by God itself to a point of convergence. 1022 is location, heart. Soul is singing to your heart. That's the location where you're going to receive your messages. 1022, that's what's your location in 10 codes. 19.7, the 144,000. Singularity in order to complete the mission objective. I have a separate codex that's used. Let me screenshot these. Fascinating. Everything is being shared. Everything. Ah. This person commented, after this, I don't want to hear about Jesus Christ anymore, ever. What'd Jesus do? Jesus didn't do nothing. Stop. Oh my gosh. These two are intelligent people. They say, okay, and the last one was in 2017 and nothing happened, right? And then this other person says there was one in 2017. Exactly. And we're still here. We're still here. We are still here. Right? Everything's going to be fine. And I was actually in the path of the 2017. I was in the direct path, and people were like, oh my God, it's going to be dark. It's going to be pitch black. It was like a cloudy day, you guys. It was a cloudy day, and I was sitting there waiting for everything to go pitch black. And I was like, what a killjoy. I sat there, and it was like a cloudy day. And I was like, when's it going to happen? I'm ready. I'm ready. And fucking nothing happened. Nothing happened. Literally, I made myself feel sick from being under the sun. I felt sick. And that was that. Nothing happened. It was the most boringest fucking day ever. My poor husband had to lug all the fucking crystals back into the RV. Okay. I sat there surrounded by bins of crystals. Like literally kilos upon kilos, especially of selenite. I still have a bunch of that raw selenite. And not a damn thing happened. Not a damn thing happened. Right? I was like, I have my phone. I'm gonna record shit when it goes dark, and I'm expecting all kind. Not a fucking thing happened. Okay, ain't nothing gonna happen. People gonna act like assholes to each other. What's new? That's literally the extent of what I expect. Might be a false flag or something. I don't know, but I mean, they do that anyways. And didn't they just break a bridge? Didn't they just break a bridge that they. Ain't nothing gonna happen. What are y'all scared of? Don't be scared. I'm serious. Don't be scared. I mean, you should have extra food at home. Do you realize how expensive food is becoming? You should have extra just so that you're purchasing it at a lower price. That's the only reason I'm thinking of. And it's very inconvenient if you're making something and you don't have the ingredient, just have a little bit extra, you know? If something happens, it will be intentional. To create fear. To create fear. That's what they want. When they create fear and you play along with it. Hegelian dialectic. Hegelian dialectic. It's psychological warfare. Hegelian dialectic. Michael says, say it one more time. Hegelian dialectic. Trust your innocence in reverse. Oh, let me take this down. They broke 3 bridges. Those bastards. So fucking wasteful. Did they break 3? I mean, that's not funny, but it's like fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous, right? So, what needs to happen? What is it that needs to happen? What do we need to do? Just keep living. That's the most powerful thing you can do. Keep living with no fear, just an awareness of the fuckery. Keep living. Keep living. Don't agree to any more erosion of your constitutional rights, of your sovereign free will, of your medical autonomy. Don't agree to any more of that fucking shit. We better have learned from 2020 when they told everyone all kind of fucking shit. We better learn from that. Don't be agreeing to fucking nothing. Don't agree to nothing until conclusive evidence produced by a double-blind independent study is provided. Fuck that shit. Hell fucking no. Hell fucking no. Hell no. Trust your innocence. Okay? Trust in yourself. Just because you've never experienced some of this kind of stuff doesn't mean you don't have an awareness of what feels like foolery. Y'all are not dumb. You're not dumb. I don't be hanging out with dumb people. You're offending me. If you're gonna think you're dumb, I'm sorry. Lack of intelligence insults me. I don't hang around unintelligent people. And the fact that we're sharing space here tells me you're not dumb. Don't offend me calling yourself dumb. I'm telling you that right now. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. You know when something feels off. And if it feels off, hey, you don't got to understand why it feels off. You just know, like, nope, not going to play along with this. Nope. Not going to agree to this. Yeah, nope. Nope. We need to start making that our community sound. When someone's full of shit, you just be like, they just spew in hot air, fart air, just nope. Just go like that. Right? Do it in your real life. Nope. And they're going to be like, what did you make that sound for? Oh, because you're farting bullshit everywhere verbally. You're verbally farting bullshit everywhere. Just like that. Just like that. We all have life force energy. We have a direct connection to divinity. We do. We have a direct connection to divinity. It's not just me that's directly connected to divinity. Please stop. Stop it. Stop it. We all are. Ooh, got a message. It says, don't let it slip away. Don't let your connection to divinity slip away. Don't. How do you do that? By not agreeing to the. Don't agree to any of it. Seriously. What's going to happen if you don't agree? Do you want me to tell you? What's going to happen if you don't agree to something? People are going to get mad, and that's on them. And then nothing's going to happen. Nothing. That's one of the things that I learned really, really well in this life. If I don't agree to something and then people get really, really mad, your feelings are your responsibility, ma'am, sir, ma'am, not mine. That's not my responsibility. If you need help regulating, I'm not licensed to treat your ass. I'm not. I'm not a therapist. Go find one. What do you want me to do about it? There's nothing I can do about it except live my life and not give a shit. This is a period where you are coming into your true power. You're coming into your true power, and you need to recognize that part of the way you're going to come into your true power at a much more elevated, expansive, deepened manner is by accepting the environment you're in. You think that you can only grow in a space of peace? One of the things that I teach my students is that you don't have to be in a meditative state to do the energy work that I'm teaching you how to do. When it needs to be done, do it. You don't need the music. You don't need, just do it. It's nothing but a thought. Just like that. Just like that. It's that easy. Just like that. You don't need to have this perceived perfect environment, this sacred space. Any space you occupy by virtue of your presence becomes sacred. Do y'all think TikTok is a sacred space? That's that fucking that platform, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have fun there. I'm gonna have fun there. I'm gonna have a lot of fun there. I'm bringing multiple spoons. I'm just gonna stir shit up. Stir it up. Up. Ooh, darling. Stir it up. Just gonna keep stirring it. Keep stirring it. Say whatever I'm gonna say. Do whatever I'm gonna do. And if people wanna be upset about it, they can be upset about it. I'm not tagging them in shit. They're the ones coming on and watching it. I'm not. There was this lady who was like, I think if I remember right, she was like a therapist or something like that for adolescents. I think that's what she was. She was a therapist, and there was this, I think, like 12 or 13-year-old who she was treating, and she was trying to get the kid to open up to her about, some of the struggles, so that she could begin really helping this child to process trauma and stuff. And she couldn't figure out, whenever she would bring up certain topics, the child would go like this to her. And she's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And then she finally figured it out. After the longest time, she figured it out. Whenever it was a topic that this little girl did not want to talk about, without using words, she was telling her therapist to just keep scrolling. She didn't want to see it. She didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to discuss it. So just keep scrolling, right? Just keep scrolling. There are things that are going to be shown to you, things that are intended to cause and draw out a reaction from you, to destabilize you, to get you to question yourself. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Yeah. Just keep scrolling. Just keep going. Keep scrolling. Don't don't even waste your time when something doesn't feel right. Okay, do you like I've been getting a lot of commercials on TikTok for wigs. I don't even pause. I just keep right on scrolling. I'm getting a lot of commercials on TikTok for cleaning supplies. No, I'm not ordering shit from TikTok. I just keep scrolling, right? Just keep right on scrolling. If there is subject matter or an explanation of subject matter that you are drawn to the subject matter, but the explanation is inducing fear in you, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. That video is not for you. There's a difference between content that strictly causes you to feel fearful and content that is simply sharing information and you are having a fearful response because you're unsure of your power and authority over yourself. If you're afraid because of your uncertainty regarding your power and authority over yourself, that needs to be addressed. That is an internal job. It needs to be addressed. You need to find the root part, the part where, the part of your life where that was programmed into you, right? She of the Lotus. We're in a murky, muddy space, but guess what? We are the lotus flowers. This is where we thrive, in that murky space. Stop convincing yourself that the space you live in, your life is messy, that you're struggling, that you're this, that you're that. No, no. You're a lotus in murky, muddy waters, doing your lotus thing, being beauty, innocence, floating on the surface while your roots go very deep. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not a damn thing wrong with you. You've experienced the things you needed to experience to learn the things you needed to learn. You've already done all of that. So now you're being allowed to reach levels of awareness of your purpose. So allow yourself to be aware. It's just a process, not a big deal. This is literally how I approach 98% of my life. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Yeah. So the other day, I have an iPad Pro that I use, or rather, my husband uses for work stuff at times. I was using it a little bit for editing pictures and whatnot. So I had quite a few different pictures of my family, my mom, things like that. And then the other day, my husband comes in the room and he looks like deathly afraid, deathly afraid. And he lets me know that he was trying to make space on the iPad because memory was full. He doesn't know what happened, but all my pictures got erased. And he's like, "You're going to be so mad at me, but I need to tell you. I don't want you to just find out." And I was like, "Well, it's okay. It's okay." Because maybe 2-3 days before that happened, I was like, "You know what? I should sync the iPad to the iCloud. I should sync it to the cloud, back it up, and then I swore I did that. I plugged it in, I turned on that feature, and it said it was initiating something, and I went to the gym, and then I just assumed that it was done. So when my husband goes to tell me that everything is deleted, um, I'm just like, okay, no, I backed it up. It's okay. It's okay. I backed it up. Only to see when I went to go to restore the images that were permanently deleted, uh, and it said last backup. It, beside that said never. And I was just like, okay. I tend to be a digital file hoarder. I screenshot everything. I download all kind of videos, not those type of videos. Get your mind out the gutter. I'm talking about videos, TikTok videos, TikTok videos where people are producing content for like um, anatomy stuff, just random things, kittens, puppies. Yeah. Yeah, so I that and of course, images of my family over the years. And it's just this thing of sometimes we don't want to let go of things that no longer are necessary. And so life will do what it needs to do in order for us to clear the space for the new stuff. And yeah, that's kind of upsetting. I don't quite know what was deleted. I know quite a few things involved images of my mother, um, but I have lots of images of my mom. I have quite a few devices full of images of her. So it is what it is. It's a clearing of space. I would have never deleted those things and didn't serve me anymore. If it was that important to me, I would know exactly what I should be absolutely livid about being deleted. And the funny thing, um, there there was one singular thought that came through, and my husband said, "I'm so sorry, all the pictures are deleted." Like, "No, my mom's 70th birthday." There are only a handful of pictures that managed to not be deleted. Guess what those pictures are? From her 70th birthday, when we sang her happy birthday. Trust life. So many of us are afraid of what we're going to lose, failing to realize you're not losing anything. Space is being created for you to more deeply receive what it is you actually need at this point. Don't be scared of change. Don't be scared of change. What you absolutely need, what you would be destroyed without, life has a way of making sure that stays with you. So it is what it is. And it's not, it is what it is. I give up. I'm settling. No. When I say it is what it is, what I mean is everything that happens is for my greatest good, whether I understand it in that moment or not. It is for my greatest good, and it is what it is. And it will take me time to gain understanding and awareness of what that is exactly. And I give myself permission to take that time to figure that out when I'm mature enough to understand. You don't have to settle for anything. Communication, co-creation, but it's in reverse. So there's this effort to keep you from communicating with those that you need to communicate with, those that you need to receive messages from. Third eye chakra, pineal perspective. They're spraying all kind of shit in the atmosphere to interfere not just with our ability to view the upper firmament, but also our ability to view, right? You pair all of that aerosolized stuff that's being sprayed with all of the pollen that's happening. How many of you are having allergic episodes, allergy episodes, where a lot of sneezing, a lot of histamine production, and you've never really had allergies before, but in the past few months, things have gotten pretty crazy with allergies, nonstop, runny nose, sneezing, itchy eyes, all sorts of mast cell activation type syndrome or symptoms. Overproduction of histamine interferes with your access to your higher sensory perception. And if any of you are interested in sliding through rabbit holes, do me a favor. Find the documents that have been declassified by the CIA, their study on the effects of histamine on your psychic abilities, and then forward me a copy if you can. I don't have time to search for it. Those documents exist. It's been declassified. I came across it once, should have downloaded it, but I didn't. Don't know if I'll ever come across it again. But if you happen to, let your girl know. Share with me, and I'll share too. I got to get going. I want you guys to know that really there's nothing to be afraid of. There is absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Your fear has more to do with change and your distrust of yourself and your power. It doesn't have to do with any tangible, actual, impending, imminent threat to your health and safety. The 8th will come and go. We'll have a fire ceremony. We'll celebrate, and that's that. And then it will be the 9th. It will be the 9th, and then we'll just continue like we always do. Just like every other time after a fire ceremony, after a lunar eclipse, after a portal date, after all kind of different things that we have already lived through. You're going to be fine. We all are. In addition to having lived through so much already, guess what? Friendly reminder, you're not alone in this. We're an actual community. Not only here on YouTube, I'm building another community on TikTok as well. You're part of a community. You guys are not my subscribers or followers. You're part of my online community. You are not simply following me. No, you walk beside me. Okay? You walk beside me. And you need to allow yourself to recognize how powerful you actually are. Oh my God. RSV is so fucking serious. I hope you and your sister are okay. RSV is highly contagious. And if you are immunocompromised in any way, if you have an existing respiratory condition, oftentimes you need to be hospitalized and quarantined. That's the real shit right there. Oh my God. Sandra, might be a good idea for you to look into the use of true colloidal silver in a nebulizer. I successfully assisted with RSV clearing within, I think it was like 4 days. And it was confirmed via testing. So when my children were toddlers, all of us caught RSV. And one of my children, one of my little ones, his pediatrician was like, you need to take him to the ER right now. And because she was expecting him to crash in the middle of the night. And I let her know, like, I will absolutely take him to the ER. I would like to try and address this at home. if you tell me the symptoms of respiratory distress, the moment I see the first symptom of respiratory distress, I promise you I will call an ambulance. And she said, okay, but he's going to be in the ER tonight. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be in the ER tonight. And at no point did he need to go into the ER. No respiratory distress whatsoever. I initiated an aggressive protocol of homeopathic remedies. And within 4 days, we had a second a follow-up appointment. And the same pediatrician listened to his lung function. And she was like, I don't hear anything. Did you go to the ER? And I was like, no. She's like, what did you do? I'm not telling you. I'm not telling your ass. Please. Yeah. I was completely cleared in about 4 days. Yeah. Look into the use. Oh my God, you have. Okay, look into the use of true. Um. Uh. I'm typing it so you can. So you can. Get it from the comments. Okay, screenshot the comments. And then. What was the name of it? Give me 1 second, okay? Um, uh, let me find it. You can find all these things on Amazon. One final thing. Okay, it is the, and I tell people about this all the time. You can find all of this, all of it. Oh, no, don't, please don't. That was a lot that I typed. Okay, here we go. There. So, and I'm not giving medical advice. I'm saying look at these things, see if it applies to you, if it's going to be safe for you to take it. You seem to have a complex complex medical history. So, I just want to make clear, you need to make sure this is safe for you, okay? You can get it from Amazon. Let me give you a brand that I love. Silver. Oops. Where is it? The brand that I have loved for quite some time is called Sovereign Silver. And they also make a spray for the nose that you could use because it's a respiratory thing. You just use it up your nose, help to clear your nose. The brand is Sovereign Silver. So you can look at all of this on Amazon. Amazon is, I know, are we boycotting Amazon? I'm not, because if I fucking have agoraphobia, I can't go to the store. I'm gonna have to order it. So yeah, those things can greatly help. Yeah, I hope you guys all stay nice and healthy. If those things are things that for everyone who's reading the comment, if those items that I listed are things that are not contraindicated for your personal medical condition, your health history, and the only way you can find that is with your doctor, then those are a good thing to have on hand. They sell nebulizers, handheld nebulizers on Amazon as well. It's like $30. Yeah. I can't advise you on what to take, Sandra. Like I said, I'm not a licensed medical professional, so for the sake of medical ethics, for the sake of, you know, yeah, I can't advise you. I don't want to improperly advise you as I'm not familiar with your personal medical history. You guys got to be careful about people suggesting things online and dosages, and they have no idea of your personal medical history. They could seriously endanger you. I know they're just supplements, but certain conditions, this very dangerous to take certain natural supplements. So you guys have to be very careful. The best thing to do is, if you already have a treating physician, bring them the list of the things. Ask them, "Hey, is it safe for me to take this?" Um, and then, yeah, if they say yeah, then go ahead. Um, the neti pot is to clear your sinuses. If you look up, I'll give you, but this is going to be real nasty. Okay. The brand is Nutribiotic nasal spray, and it's meant to kind of lubricate your sinus passages. It also contains grapefruit seed extract as its preservative. Grapefruit seed extract is a very potent um, antiviral, antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal. It's a killer. It's a killer. So I do 2 pumps in each nostril, and I promise you it clears out my entire sinus, but my God, I'm like it's bad. It tastes nasty. And as soon as I do 2 pumps, 1 pump, another pump, straight to the other side, pump, pump again. And then I put my head back like this. And after a few seconds, my entire sinus will drain down the back of my face. And I'll be like, it's so disgusting. And then you blow your nose and it clears it all out. It helps me with any type of allergy type sinus stuff, respiratory, not respiratory, sinus infection, things like that. Um, yeah. So it helps, and it's still pretty affordable, you know. Those are things that I personally use whenever I have situations. I use it right at the start of the circumstance, and usually it won't go past sniffles, and then everyone else outside of the home will get like super duper sick. One time we were exposed to RSV. We've been exposed to strep. We didn't get sick. We've been exposed to COVID. COVID. And we didn't catch it. Like, I mean, exposed. So we didn't catch it. But everyone's immune functions differently. So I have to be careful about saying like, yeah, no, anyone can take it. No, you have to check with your doctors. There are several heart and blood pressure medications that will have an adverse effect with grapefruit. Exactly. Exactly, Dark Warrior. Exactly. That's why it's like, y'all got to make sure, these are over the counter things. They're supplements, they're natural, but you got to make sure. One of the things, if you don't have a doctor, and you go to a pharmacy, you just ask the pharmacist because they have access to all of your medications, and you tell them what you're going to take, what you'd like to take, and you ask them, does this contraindicate for any of the medications I'm on? And they'll let you know, like, okay, you can take this, you can't take that. They'll tell you the symptoms that you have to look for if you're having an adverse reaction. Just really being informed. Take your power back. Stop waiting for someone to tell you what to do. Look for the information you need in order to make informed medical decisions for yourself. You know, just get your power back. Get your power back. Okay. And there are certain things like turmeric Ginger, you're not supposed to take that if you're on blood thinners. That could be very detrimental for your health and safety. So, just check with a pharmacist. That might even be the better option versus going to your doctor. Just call a pharmacist. Like, hey, I'm going to be taking some supplements. I just want to make sure it's safe with my prescriptions. It takes a few minutes, and they'll be able to properly advise you. Okay, I got to get going, guys. I hope this reading was okay. It got intense. I'll see you guys again soon. Please make sure you follow and share. If you haven't already, find me on TikTok. I'm evolving over there. And I'm going to be live on Monday for the solar eclipse dragon fire event. I'm going to be doing expedites. If you'd like me to work on you, go ahead and click on that QR code or the link in the comment. Outside of that, I'm probably not going to be live on YouTube this weekend because it's Friday. Yes, this weekend. Instead, I'm going to go live on Monday. I'm not going to do expedites on Sunday. I'm going to do it on Monday instead. So remember, you're okay. We're all safe. Nothing's going to happen to you. Make sure that you just kind of take a deep breath in, ignore the assholios that are trying to trigger you. And next thing you know, it's going to be April 9th, and then the 10th, and then the 11th, and then the 12th. And you're going to be like, oh, nothing literally happened. All right, guys, I got to get going. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye, everybody. I said that so gruff.